All right, so hopefully now we've got everyone sort of settled on an instrument. We've established the basic mechanics of playing that instrument. And what we want to do now is get our group to play together at the same time. So we're going to start by just getting everyone to play one note. And the note that I'm going to choose for this is red. It's a C. So I'm going to ask everyone to find a red on their instrument, check they've got it. I might even ask to hear them individually. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say, I'm going to count to 4, and after 4, we're all going to play. And then we're just going to see how it goes. So I'm going to go, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, red. And what you'll find is that some people do that great, and some people will play on 4, and some people will play sometime after 4 that's not where you expect them to play. So we're going to try it again. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, red. And by the time we've done that a few times, hopefully people are beginning to get it. It might take a little while, and that's okay. So once we feel like we've got everybody's kind of playing in the right place after that count of 4, we're going to start trying to do it sort of in a row, in time as well. So you know it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, play, 2, 3, 4, play, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to do that for a while. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, play, 2, 3, 4, play, 2, 3, 4, play, 2, 3, 4, play. And so on. We're going to do that a while until it feels like everybody's got it together. And you might need to start gesticulating wildly, 1, 2, 3, 4, play. So that people have a really good visual cue. They can see you, they know what's happening, they know when to expect to have to play, depending on the group. And the thing that you might start finding at this point is that people have slightly different processing times. So for example, some people might need me to be saying play on beat 3 or 4, so that their brain has that moment to go, okay, I need to do something now, and to make that movement and then find it. And that might be different for everybody in the group. Normally what happens is some people struggle with that. And the people who aren't struggling with it tend to really easily accept that when you're saying play, that's for the other people, because they have really already internalized that sense of pulse, and they're counting within themselves. So once we've got on top of that, our next move is to start introducing other notes into this sequence. So we're not just playing a red all the time, we're not just playing a C. So we're going to start again with our red. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, red. And then I'm going to say to everybody, okay, our next note is going to be a blue, an F, however you're sort of giving that information to your group. So I'm going to ask everybody to find the blue on their instrument, and that's going to take a wee minute, because everyone's going to have a look and see where that is. On the guitar, up here, because this is an octave from yellow to yellow, A to A, my F's going to sit up here on this guitar. I'm going to go, great, has everybody found their blue? Fantastic, let's play it. 1, 2, 3, 4, blue. Brilliant. And hopefully everyone's just played your blue in time. And then we're going to look at the next note that's going to be in the sequence, and for just now that's going to be a yellow. Okay, everybody find our yellow. Got a yellow up here on my guitar. Also in this tuning, open strings are a yellow, open strings are an A. Got my yellow sticker up here as well, behind the nut. For just now, I'm going to play it up here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, yellow. And then next note is going to be black. Find your black. Note backwards, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, black. And then I'm going to go through that sequence a number of times like that, so people really understand what the sequence is. I've probably also printed out notation for people at this point. The Figurenotes software will allow you to create that sort of stuff really easily. So even if people don't want to be listening to me or looking at me for direction, they've got it in front of them. They have the opportunity to be a bit more independent that way as well, which is really great for some people. So we're going to start running through them. I'm going to go right first, red. 1, 2, 3, 4, red. Next, blue. I'm counting in my head. 2, 3, 4, blue. Next is yellow. 2, 3, 4, yellow. Next is black. 2, 3, 4, black. And then we're going to start really trying to play those in time. And so to demonstrate what I mean by giving people advance notice of the colours, this time when we play through it, I'm going to give you the colours ahead of time. I'm going to give you them on beat 4. So I'm going to remind everybody that we're going to play after 4, that our first note is red. And if people have the music in front of them, I'm going to remind them to try and follow it. So after 4, we're going to play red, and then we're going to move through the sequence. I'm going to go, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, red, 2, 3, blue, 2, 3, yellow, 2, 3, black, 2, 3, 4. And then once we've done that, we're going to start looping the sequence, because quite often what happens is that we go first note to last note, fantastic, got it. And then we miss out the bit where we have to go from the last note back to the first note, and that really starts to throw people. So working that in early is really key. And once I feel like we've got on top of that, we're going to do it with some drums, because it's a really nice contextualizing thing to do. So I've got like this app on my iPad. It's just, I don't know what it's called. I think it's just called Drum Beats. There's a free version with like some basic beats in it. There's a fuller version with like just loads of stuff, everything you could ever really need just for a little play along. So I've got it set up with a pop straight beat, and I've got a count in as well on it 4, so that's going to help me out. If you have other people helping you in the classroom, for people who are struggling, a really great thing is to get somebody pointing at their music. Yeah, it sort of just gives one less thing for that person to think about. And that person that's doing the pointing might also have to start pointing ahead of where we want the note to be played to allow for that discrepancy in processing time. So I'm going to play my drums, and we're going to play that sequence. Red, blue, yellow, black. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, blue. 2, 3, 4, yellow. 2, 3, 4, black. 2, 3, red. 2, 3, blue. 2, 3, yellow. 2, 3, black. 3, red. And eventually you can stop speaking. Hopefully people just get into this sort of swing of it. Okay, and at that point, hopefully we've got everybody playing together. Now that's not going to take you, the 5 or 6 minutes I've been talking about this. This is going to take you, depending on the group, a session, a few sessions, maybe even longer. And that's okay. And what we're really looking for at this point is for people to start trying to internalize that sense of pulse. That 1, 2, 3, 4. And, if people are struggling, there's lots of little games we can play as well. Passing a beat around a circle, passing a sound around. Things like that will all help. Okay, so next video, we're going to talk about that becoming a song and how we're going to learn that. Great.